What up, guys? Sergio here. This is, I'm just doing another raw talk. This is going to be a raw talk. Um, I just kind of wanted to talk to you about what do you do when you're faced with challenging situations. And the reason why I want to talk about this is because a situation just came up with me and my family, and I want to talk about it and how you can get through stuff like that. So, growing, if you don't know a little bit about me, growing up, me and my brothers grew up with our parents. They were together, and then they split when we were really young, like probably like when we were like 1 or 2 or whatever, 3 maybe. And then my dad moved away to out of the state, and my mom stayed with her family in the state. So we grew up with my mom for a while. And then, so that challenge right there, growing up in a single parent household, that's something right there that a lot of people right now can relate to. There's a lot of single mothers or single dads out there that take care of their kids, and like it's rough growing up in that lifestyle, especially when you're the kid, because you wonder where your other dad is or what's going on with that side of the family, especially if they don't keep in touch like my family did. But that's one obstacle in itself. But so they split when we were young, and then we were raised with my mom in our house, and then she passed away when me and my twin brother were like 4 or 5, right? So that was the first big obstacle we had to face in my life. Me and my twin brother, we were 5. My other sibling, he was 4, almost 3, or getting ready to turn 4. And that's another big obstacle that we had to face in life. So parents splitting, and then the mom dies. Like, how do you as a 5-year-old get through stuff like that? Mentally, it can take a toll on you, because I still remember being really scared to go up like to the casket, because at the time I was young, I didn't really realize like what death was at the time. So my mind kind of, like, when you go through something like that at a very young age, it like does something to you mentally, like you mature quicker. And then we were taken in, after that we were taken in by my grandparents, and they raised us for a while. And then at the age of 9, my grandma had passed away, heart attack. I remember me and my brothers were sitting at the table eating like hot dogs and like peas and macaroni and cheese, and all of a sudden my grandpa was in the living room, and he started shouting out my brother's name, and then we rushed into the living room, and we see my grandma on the couch, unresponsive, just laying there. And my brother and my grandpa start performing CPR. Then my grandpa tells my brother to call 911, and then 911 comes, and they go out to the hospital, and later they pronounced her dead. And that was at 9. So seeing that, like it's already in my mind, like putting together how to get through stuff like that, because it's not my first time going through that. Like at that point, we were, luckily for my aunt, she was really deep in her faith, and I remember going up into her bedroom each night. Me and my brothers, we would go up and sing worship songs and pray and all that. So at that time period when all that was going on, I was just leaning strictly on my faith, just thanking God that he had watch over us, and he was going to be there for us, and his hand of protection was over us, and that we still had breath in our lungs, because we have already been dealt with so much death. And then a year later, we get a call. My grandpa gets a call, and he tells us that my father passed away, and he was in California. And that kind of didn't really hold a lot of weight, because we never really seen him after we were like 4 years old. But still though, when you grow up without a father in the house, like, and my grandpa's he was like the father figure, but he's a grandpa, you know? And like, we're never going to look at him like being our real dad, because like he's a grandfather. He did the best he can with what he had, but there's a whole side of the family that we didn't know. But he did the best he could as being as a grandfather. But when you're already grown up like that and you're wondering where your dad is and stuff like that, like, we had all those thoughts, and it's just crazy, like thinking back, like, because there's times where I wondered, like, what's he doing, or who do we have any other brothers or sisters? And we have a couple sisters, back on my dad's side. But going through that, it matures you a lot more. Like, it's like a callus. Like when you're working out and you're building your hands, you work out for the first time, you get little blisters on your hands, and then each time you work out, those calluses heal up and they get thicker and thicker and thicker. And that was what was happening to me, going out these challenges throughout my life. Like, so at the point we're at my mom, my grandma, my dad right now. That's three by 10, 3 deaths by 10. So without God, God was still heavily involved in us, and that's who we were leaning on. That and my grandma, or that and my grandpa, and my aunt. We were leaning on them for guidance, and like, we just knew God had our back. And if we're going through these things, there's something on our lives that is greater than this. So each time you just gotta think of it as a lesson. That's all we were thinking of as, like, just another lesson. What's the lesson? What's God trying to teach us in this moment? And it's just perseverance. Now that you look back on it, because after that, who died there? Oh yeah, my Aunt Sharon died on the 4th of July when we were 14, and she was 24. And by the way, my mom was 29 when she died, and I'm 35 now. So I've outlived my mom, outlived my aunt, and it's just crazy to think about, because that nowadays that's really young, and my grandma died at 55. So it's crazy to me, because I put my true faith in God. I put my faith in God, and that is how I really got through it. And then, so my aunt died at 14, when we were 14. We were playing basketball at the courts by our house, and we come back, it was raining, and we get to the house, and they're like, oh, hey, we have to, your aunt has found unresponsive in her apartment. And it's just like, man, another blow. And at that point, my brain has been so calloused already from how many deaths we've already been through, that I'm just like, all right, God, I thank you for accepting her life into your hands, and just, I pray protection over our family, keep us safe. Like, it's already like that. Like, I built that up, and then finally, in between there, I was introduced to, like, working out. I was introduced to working out by my grandpa, and that's when I really started falling in love with weights. So I would work out a lot, and that kind of helped me, not even like numb the pain, but it helped me focus and get all my anger out, because there's a lot of times I was just mad at God, like, God, why me? Why would you do this? Why would you take my people that I love away from me? And like, then I would go and work out, and I would just get that frustration. I would take it out on the weights, and it was easy for me to do that, and I'd come up and feeling better and more clear-headed, and that's why I loved working out. And then the last straw was my grandpa dying. Like, we were just turned 21, and we were at my wife's my wife's grandfather just passed away. We were at the funeral, and then we get a call that my grandpa was in the hospital in Iowa City, and he was all hooked up to ventilators and stuff like that, and on life support. And we get up there, and then they pull the plug, and he dies. And like, at that point, it's just like, man, like, all right, God, another one. But going through everything that I've been through, I've already been battle tested. I've been battle tested with my faith in the Lord, because I know that He's not gonna fail me, because He hasn't failed me yet. I've been through so many deaths that He hasn't failed me yet. So many obstacles that I've been through in my life that you give that to any other person, they're not where I'm at. Especially if they don't have God, they're not where I'm at. Like, I should be dead, and I am dead because I gave my life to Christ. That's how I know I can overcome any situation that I'm into. And And that's just a little bit about that's happened in my story right now, and this is the point I want to get to now. That was just a backstory about what I've been through, what I've been tested with, and what I've overcame to get to this point, because now there's a situation that just came up. Like my wife's been not really liking her job a lot, actually hating it. It's been bothering her mentally, and it's taking like a toll on her, and she's just not right in this job. It's not a good fit for her. Like when we were in Florida, we moved in Florida, and she was going through the same things, and now we're back in Iowa, and it's the same thing. It's to the level where she could not take it anymore. And today, she just quit her job. This is how raw this is. She just quit her job a couple hours ago. And now, all the financial responsibility is left on me. And this is what I was begging for to do in Florida. Like, I didn't get the chance to do that in Florida, but now I have that chance. And you want to know why I'm not afraid? I'm not afraid of what this coming season is. It's because I've been battle tested already in the Lord. I've already been through so many deaths in my family. I've already overcome so many obstacles in my family that's gone on in my life, that when there's another one comes, I already know I'm about to get through it, because I put my faith in the Lord and what He has got me through already. Like, all the stuff that I've been through in my life, it doesn't compare to what this is. It's nothing. I've been through all the deaths. This is nothing that's coming up. This is a responsibility that I've wanted as a man, as a father. This is a responsibility we need to have. If you're in a situation where you're called to provide financially for your family, then you got to step up to the plate and do it. And that's exactly what I'm about to do. So I'm thankful that I finally got this opportunity to do it. And I know that I'm already going to get through it. Am I scared about what could happen? Sure. But I put my faith in the Lord, and I already know it's going to work out, because I'm not going to let my family down. I'm not going to do it. And you shouldn't do it either. You shouldn't do it either. If you're the man of the house, you got to do whatever you need to do to put your family in the best possible position. Like, I don't know your story, but if you've been through something like what I've been through, then I guarantee you can get through this. This is nothing. This is nothing, because you're already battle tested. You're not going to fold. You're not going to fold. You know why? Because I didn't fold. I didn't fold. It was like an onion. I was getting thicker and thicker. The calluses were building and building and building until anything that comes against me, it's not going to knock me down, because I've been battle tested already. I'm battle tested. So yeah, I'm ready to take on this new responsibility to provide for my family. I'm ready for it. I've been asking for it. Do I know what's going to happen? No. Is it going to be hard? Sure. But you know what's going to happen? I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to quit at all. So yeah, this is just that raw talk I wanted to give you, because it just happened in my life, and I wanted you guys to be a part of it. Like, if you've been in a situation similar to this, and your spouse wants to quit her job because she can't take it, don't be afraid. If she wants to do it, let her do it. You know why? Because it's time for you to step up as a man. It's time for you to step up as the father of the house and get things done. Or even if it's vice versa, it's time for you to step up. You can do this. You know why? Put your faith in God and watch what happens. Watch what happens. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this raw talk. There's going to be more to come, but I just wanted to give you guys that update about what's going on in my life right now and the new season that I'm stepping into, and I can't wait for you guys to follow along. So now I have to get ready to go to my work, so I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great day.